right. Becky is looking for a second date update with Ryan, and we're going to try to help her out. Hi, Becky.
Hey, how are you?
Good. So what's the story with Ryan? How'd you meet? How'd the first date go and all that? We'll go from there.
Sure thing. So I met Ryan actually from this group of friends that I started hanging out with in about October. He's super cute. I was really attracted to him, but I just got divorced back in May, and I wasn't quite ready to date yet. So he did ask for my number, and I said if we hang out without our friends, it just has to be as friends. So we did that, but mostly we would hang out with our friends, and ultimately I totally caught feelings for him. I just developed this huge crush, and I was well, I was the one that told him I couldn't date, so I'm going to have to ask him out.
It's on you now to say, I think I'm ready to date.
Yeah, it's time.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
So how'd that conversation go?
It actually went pretty well. It was in person. I said hey, I'm feeling like I'm ready to date, and I would love to ask you out. And he was super excited. We always get along together. So he was great. I'll totally plan it. I didn't have to do anything. I was really impressed by that. It was all up to him. And then I guess it was a week later that we went out, and it was I had the best time. I had such a good time.
What'd you guys do?
We went out to dinner, and then we headed downtown, and we had a couple drinks on the banks, and then we went to Tin Roof, and we caught this 80s band, and we just totally danced. A lot of guys won't really dance with you, but we just totally danced and bounced around, and I had the best time. And then he took me home, and we totally made out in the car. It was so good. It was so good.
Nothing like making out in the car, ladies.
I know. I haven't done that.
Yes.
I'm going to bring that back.
Wow.
For sure.
For Chin Becky, you're bringing it back.
That's right. Let's not go in yet, honey. Don't open the garage.
Right? Oh, my God. The windows were fogged. It was for real.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All right. So then that was it. I mean, it ended in the car?
Yeah. I said, good night. He said, okay, I'll call you tomorrow. Went home, woke up, totally expected a text or something. And then I was waiting throughout the day, for something. And I just went about my day and did some stuff, and then nothing that day. So then the next day, which was Sunday, I kind of waited a couple hours, and then I just shot him a text hey, I had a great time, looking forward to seeing you again kind of thing. And I saw how you can see somebody texting back, the little bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cursor in the field.
That's what I call it.
And then I never got a message. Never.
Nothing.
Maybe
Nothing.
he typed it and forgot to hit send.
Oh,
Is that what you tell yourself?
Shush your mouth, boy.
it's plausible.
It's happened to all of us.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to reply back.
Sure, but it's been a week. It's been 8 days.
Yeah,
8 whole
why isn't he
days.
thinking about me? I do have a question, though,
Yes.
about your friend group, though, because if you guys hang out with the same friend group,
Yes.
who's he talking to in the friend group? Has he gone MIA from everybody?
Well, and that's the thing. I was talking to my girlfriends, and there's a couple guy friends, and I was and I'm trying not to sound desperate or you don't want everybody to know that you're well, what's going on, So I was just casual, and I was oh, where is he? What's going on? Or, how is he? And they were just just chill out. He's, he's fine. He's doing stuff. And it felt really weird. And even the girls who will usually say the stuff, and I don't know if they're privy to it or if it's just the guys. I just don't know.
You don't know who knows what and when they knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And and they all know for months, the girls have been he's so into you. And I'm I know, so I just don't know what's going on. I do not get it.
What is the basis of the friends group? Is it a running group or just people who know people?
No, it's this meetup group, and it's called the 40s and 50s social meetup group. But there's kind of a core group of us that's a part of the bigger group that get together regularly. So it's just people that mostly we've all been divorced. We all have older kids.
So it sounds organized. Where did you find it? Was this on social media?
Yeah, well, there's this meetup app.
Okay.
So I just
Meetup Cincinnati.
yes,
Okay.
exactly. And I found them, and I, because when you get divorced, okay, well, what do I do now? And that's what I did. And I just found a group of people that I really enjoyed spending time with. And Ryan was totally a part of that. I really enjoyed seeing him and So I don't know.
How many times would you estimate you hung out with Ryan prior to that first date?
Probably like 10, maybe. It sounds about maybe more, maybe like I don't know, maybe 15 or 20.
So would you say you guys knew each other pretty well before that first date?
Yeah, I mean, maybe, not like in an intimate sense or anything, but, we had really good conversations. Now, of course, sometimes it's a bigger group, so, the conversations are more like cursory, they're not that in-depth. But, like, I really felt like I got to know him, like, we kind of knew where each other stood, like, politically, or we kind of understood how we felt about, like, our careers and everything. Like, there was, like, a lot in common.
Have you done any of the meetup stuff since then? Or like, have you been following along with like other things, or has he been going out to any of that?
Yeah, but I kind of been avoiding that group. Like there's this other one that I'm a part of. So I've like gone and done like dodgeball and been like pickleballing. So I'm kind of like I feel weird about that one right now until I understand like what's going on with him.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
You feel like you're the only one who doesn't know what's going on.
Yes, and it's like, when are you people are going, when are you going to tell her, Ryan? Just tell her.
Yeah.
And, of course, going at it from this angle, on the radio is a much easier way to address it than to just show up at
much
the group.
Easier.
Yeah.
We highly recommend everybody try Second Date Update. Not as a last resort, but really as your second resort. When you don't get the response, the text response you're looking for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and I did get the sense that more than other people, like he's a little bit more private than others. So I don't know, and I'm just really outgoing. So I just don't know.
Well, we'll call him up. We'll see if he's willing to talk to us. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll call Ryan and see what he thought of Becky and that one date, and if it's going to be weird in the friend group from now on moving forward.
Yep.
As Second Date Update continues. Yeah, hang on.
Do it.
We'll be back as we continue. Jeff and Jen, Q102. So Becky got divorced in May, and, one of the first things she did was to try to put herself out there just to find stuff to do. It wasn't like you were looking for a relationship right away, right? You were just looking to expand your social horizons, do stuff, be out there with friends, live your life. Ryan was part of this friends group, and there was an obvious attraction there, but, she kind of put the brakes on it because she had just come out of a marriage. And so you don't want to just jump from one relationship to another, and I get that. But there seemed to be a mutual attraction that lasted long enough that when Becky was finally ready, she put it out there to Ryan a few months later and said, you know what? If you're still up for it, I think I'm ready. You guys had dinner, ended up down at the Banks, had this great night, big makeout session in the car. She texted him the next day and nothing.
Yeah, he said hey, I'll call you tomorrow. And I totally expected him to call me and just nothing. And I waited another day and nothing.
You ready to call him?
Yeah, I sure am.
All right, let's do it.
Hello?
Ryan.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, it's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you?
Radio station?
Yes, sir. You got a few minutes?
Yeah, I got a couple minutes.
Your name came up this morning because we were talking to a friend of yours who had nothing but nice things to say about you.
Oh, that's lovely.
And we wanted to check in and see what you were up to and if you had any desire to maybe get together with this person again, because I guess you kind of went MIA. I don't know if you got busy or what's been going on in your life, but she'd like to know if you'd be open to going on a second date with Becky.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
What are your thoughts on Becky? She said, I guess you guys have been friends for a little bit.
Yeah.
Before going on a date, which she seemed to think went great, and that you were going to call her the next day, but you never did, and she texted you and you never responded.
Yeah. No, Becky's great. Becky's she's a nice girl.
She's a nice girl.
Yeah, we were kind of friends for a little while. We ran in similar circles. She said she'd be up for a date, and I was pretty excited. We had an awesome time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to I don't know how to proceed from here, so to speak. I don't think it would work between us, and I don't want to I don't know how to, because we're friends also, and I don't know how to have that conversation. And
oh gosh, dude, we do this every day. We can help.
Just say it.
Yeah.
Just be honest.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think she's a nice girl, and I don't know that nice girl necessarily works with what I look for in a relationship.
Oh, what are you looking for in a relationship?
What?
Are you looking for a not so nice girl?
Like let's say not very vanilla, and that's the vibe that I kind of got from her. Like lots of conversation, try to test the water, but don't want to scare people away. But like I get down.
You get down.
Yeah,
like define get down.
I don't know how. You say this is going on the radio?
Yes.
Like, I mean, what can I talk about?
So I mean, if it's something that we can't air, we can always bleep it.
Okay.
Yes. So is get down hand holding, or are we going all the way to
Dominatrix?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, more on the other end of the spectrum from hand holding, if that makes sense.
Well, what did she do or say that indicated to you that she's so vanilla? I mean, you made out in the car. What else?
We made out in. Oh, she told you that. Yeah, we made out in the car, and that was pretty hot and heavy. But it, lots of conversations throughout the evening, and just me kind of trying to test the water about stuff she's experienced in and stuff she is curious about and would like to get. But I mean, it's the first date, and you don't get into too much detail or whatever. But
yeah.
I'm not going to bring her over to my house so that she can see the things that I have. Because I think that would scare her off quite a bit, and we run in similar circles, and I don't want to have kind of a I don't want people to find out, I guess.
What kind of things?
Some bondage stuff, some
Oh my God.
plain playful stuff.
nipple clamps?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, let's just ask her, are you open to that kind of activity? Because if that's the only thing that's keeping this from moving forward, let's just fess up. Because if you are, then, maybe we could get another date out of it. And if you're not, then we're done here.
I mean, I thought it was, weird how many times he asked if I had, read or seen 50 Shades of Grey. But, I mean, I might be vanilla, but, I don't know. And again, I don't know if this is going to air. I would love to be tied up. Nobody's ever asked me that or, done that or, anything. So I don't really have, a point of reference, but it just sounds...
Yeah, because you were
what?
What's shibari? Yeah, I think that's one of the words you use. What is shibari? I don't know. It's pretty...
Yeah. Well, I don't know what that is.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either. I don't either. But I'm wondering if any of the other people in your friends group are listening right now, and maybe they know.
Oh, my God.
I am blushing. I am so blushing.
It's a little awkward.
Awkward.
Well, cat's out of the bag.
Yeah. And it sounds like she's open to at least exploring. Is that enough for you to give it another go? Or are you looking for someone who has previous experience that you're not going to have to teach?
I mean, I don't think previous experience is necessary. We ease into whatever is comfortable.
Okay. If both parties agree, we'll set it up.
Yeah.
But don't feel pressure. If you don't want to do it, just say no.
I don't feel pressure.
No, I don't feel pressure.
Wish he would have just been more direct. You should have just said I'm totally into kink. That probably would have come across better than just being did you ever read 50 Shades of Grey? Do you and say that word that I don't even know what you said. But hey, Ryan, I had a great time. I really like you, and I'd like to go on a second date.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for hesitating so much to the point that it got too far. But yeah, I should have had the conversation before. I shouldn't have kind of blown you off. That was a move on my part.
Yeah, it was such a move, and you're not a dude.
I know.
All right.
Yeah,
we'll set it up.
Have some more in-depth conversations.
All right.
More in-depth conversations.
Yeah, just text me. Just text me after that.
Yeah. Well, Ryan, thank you for taking the call.
Oh, it's exciting. I appreciate it.
Hopefully
Well, good
this
luck.
is the start of something good. Thank you, Becky.
Bye, Ryan.
And if you missed any part of that, you catch it on the podcast. Search WKRQ. You'll find it on the Q102 app. Also, go to WKRQ.com, and we'll have it uploaded sometime after 10 o'clock. You can catch it maybe later on during your lunch hour, while you work, on your way home from work. A lot of options there. Search WKRQ. It's 7:47. Jeff and Jen coming up. How much time do you get every day to yourself?
Yeah. How much do I get? How much do I need? What is the...
Not enough.
No, shut up. Oh, you have so much time to yourself. What
Still
a
not enough.
dream. Oh, how you have set your life up.
It's all very intentional.
Yes, you knew at an early age exactly what you needed and wanted. Very focused.
Also, fine wine or fine water. News that didn't make the news is coming up.
Thanks for listening